On August 19th and 20th of 1814, a British expeditionary force landed in Maryland under Major General Robert Ross and was joined by Rear Admiral George Coburn's Naval Marine Forces. The Americans tried to stop them at the Battle of Bladensburg on August 24th, but the hastily assembled, mostly militia troops, who remember are generally not as well trained or as disciplined as regular army troops, panicked and fled the field almost immediately after the shooting started. They ran away so quickly, in fact, that the engagement earned the name the Bladensburg Races because of how the militia fled the battlefield. The road to Washington now was wide open, and panic set in as the government officials and anyone with means gathered what they could and fled the city. This, you may have heard, is when Dolly Madison's famous exodus from the presidential mansion occurs. She was actively putting together official papers. She grabbed a famous painting of George Washington and got that out of there, and she apparently escaped just before the Redcoats arrived. British troops marched into the Capitol. After their victory at Bladensburg, they burned the presidential mansion, which still was not called the White House yet, and the Capitol building, and other public buildings in retaliation for American attacks on Canadian towns like York. Madison and his cabinet barely escaped ahead of the British advance, and the destruction was a profound humiliation. But as Armstrong said, it was not a real big strategic victory because there wasn't a lot of strategic importance to Washington at the time, certainly not like there is now.